It's going to have the seconds on the screen.
Hello. What's that? I say hello. Switch your ring. Hey, Turk, it's your birthday.
Welcome back, week 13, Reading and Z.
Rollercoaster. 45-15 Miami Dolphins over our Washington Commanders yesterday, Sunday, December 3rd, 1 p.m. Mollywop. Abysmal. Ron said there will be changes, and there were no changes. We saw nothing. Defense looked the same. A lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the game a little bit, but then we're going to talk about the more important things that came after the game in the future.
Why are we even talking about the game? It's nothing to talk about. Like, yeah, I'm just trying to be. What is it to talk about? What did we see?
Other than we talk about, this defense running man to man, not respecting Tyreek Hill, and you run a man to man with guys like Quan Martin. I don't even know who the second touchdown was on. But the dude was just running down the middle, down the field. He could have threw it over his left shoulder or right shoulder. He had time to turn around and look around all the way around, and was still 5 yards, 6 yards in front of the defender.
And the crazy thing is, he ran the wrong route. He came on Twitter today, responding to Grant Paulson from 106.7 The Fan, Grant and Danny. He was saying that he ran the wrong route, but Tua put it up there to give him time to adjust to the ball.
That's crazy.
Accountability. He had to come out and say that. He could have just made it seem like Tua made a terrible pass. But indeed, crazy. And then another thing that I found out today was that was the one time they must have got caught in man coverage, because it was predominantly zone the whole game.
Yeah, they did mention Ron was talking about just keeping the offense in front of us more. He did do that. A lot of stuff they wasn't trying to give up the big play, but still gave up the big play. It's one of those situations where we already know that you can't really stop Cheetah. He typically is going to get his, but the one thing you do know is make sure that you ain't got no guys running one-on-one with him, and make sure you had to help and respect him, man. He even tweeted, and he talked. Well, he didn't tweet it. He was just saying that these guys get paid just like we do. I was shocked to see them in man-to-man, and I thank them for not respecting me. Because the other teams that's when they are defending them, it's a lot less, man. And like you said, it was one or two times that we did get a man and took them over to the house. A-Chain had about 73, 75 yards. Tua was like 18 for 24. If that's what if I remember, I know he had like 280. He set out a good chunk of the fourth quarter. It was just, I think they had like 6 straight scoring drives or something like that, something crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, on their end, they just came out and did what we thought they was going to do. I did think this team would have a spark, but as you said, you ain't seen no spark in them yet.
Why would you think they was going to have a spark? It's not the coaching, it's the personnel. The personnel is abysmal.
That's both.
Let's just we got to call a spade now. The personnel is sorry. From top to bottom, everybody's culpable.
Yeah.
We have nobody. They might as well just blow it up. Because who do we got? Even we talking about Cam Curl, we want to say he should be here. But really, what has Cam Curl done? Really, when we really sit back and we look at what he's done, what has he done? We don't see no major splash plays, solid play. But realistically, I seen him get smoked a couple times this last game.
Yeah. Cam
missing
Carroll's never
tackles,
really,
all types of stuff. So like,
he's never really been that. Like, I don't think he's like that guy that's going to stand out and dominate in the pass game. He's more of a in the box, sure tackler, cover the tight end guy. But over the top with wide receivers and stuff like that, especially the speedy guys. He's not really making that big of a difference, I would say, in my recollect. And it's just a lot of questions across the board. Like you said, the guys that we thought were sure, Cam Carroll to be one, John Allen. He just this morning he's on the call with 106 fan. He's there every the day after every game
Monday,
he jumps
every
on
Monday.
106. Even if it's a Thursday or Thursday game, he'll jump on the next day. But he's on 106, and then he's just talking about the game and all that. And they asked him specifically, we know you're frustrated. You talked about, tired of rebuilding or growth and development, and you want to win, and that's respectable. And they asked him, do you go home at night and potentially have a conversation with your wife on some maybe I would be better on a different team. Maybe they should move me. And he said 1,000%. He admitted that he does have those thoughts. He admitted that he's definitely open to potentially being traded. Now, he did say he would prefer to stay here and win here, but come the off season, there's some things that him and his agent pretty much going to try to talk about and just plan their future. So to me, that don't sound like a guy that's locked in, a captain. You got, I'm going to let you talk. I speak on Terry, but then you got Terry McLaurin, a guy that highly character, everybody, fan base love him, coach staff love him, never complains. They asked him yesterday, 3 targets, 0 catches, 0 yards. What you got to say about it? And he said, yeah, I did a lot of cardio today. Just running routes, just running. Reedy called Terry out last week on lack of effort. This doesn't seem like itself. I don't know if it's the turf toe. I don't know if it's just a down year. I don't know if he's he's clearly frustrated. It's a lot of questions surrounding Terry. And it's even a lot of talks, people saying potentially trade him. I'm not on that wagon yet. I don't think, you can just call to trade Terry right now. I think that's a guy you sit down, even the new regime, whenever they come, you sit down with him and just kind of figure out what's going on. Because I feel like, he's a guy he's been pretty solid and he's been pretty sure. He hasn't complained. But with a guy like that feeling the way he feel now, it's like you got to tap in and see what's up with him. And Ron made a comment on his press conference about, Terry has had previous conversations with EB and, personal one-on-one conversations about his frustrations, not getting the ball and this and that. And he said there have been good conversations, but you don't see this team forcing Terry the ball. And, it's just, I don't know what's up, what's going on. What you think?
Yeah, he had 3 targets this week, but I wouldn't say force him the ball. You force the ball, that's when the more turnovers and stuff is going to come. Why force him the ball? If we go back and we be honest about it, if we look at the games that we forced Terry the ball, it's either incompletion or it's a turnover. So why force him the ball? You got to take what's there. I don't care who you are. You can scheme him. You can scheme him open or call specific plays, but if it's covered, it's covered. What you want him to do?
That's the thing. They're talking about lack of separation with our receivers, Terry specifically, this year. But also, and that's why they were saying maybe the turf toe was the issue. But also, when they're saying force the ball, just in a scheme of things, not technically forcing the ball, but if you look at teams' number 1 receivers, Keenan Allen first half getting 11 targets, 12 targets, 13 targets first half. You got Jefferson, guys like that just get the ball thrown to them. So it's not technically a force, but throw them 50-50 balls. Terry has proven.
If we go back and we look at the targets, Terry has got his fair share of targets. Terry has not come down with the ball. If we go back to the Eagles game, clutch situation, he dropped 3 passes.
Yeah.
Clutch situations in the game.
So he definitely had those games.
It's it's teetering towards Terry ain't right or whatever. It may be the turf toe. That may be the issue.
Yeah.
But collectively, overall, and it might be the quarterback too, because I noticed it several times. Like he locks in on one side of the field. He may not come back to the other side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be both. We see people running wide open. And we're like, well, why you throw a hit? Because he's looking somewhere else. But in every offense, you're going to get that. So, it is what it is. It comes with the territory.
Correct.
But
right.
I don't know. It just was like crazy. Like you couldn't get 25 yards. Like broke my whole ticket. You couldn't get 25 yards. Really?
Yeah.
And you are number one. You getting paid number one money? Really?
Yeah.
Curtis Samuel looked better than you this year.
Yeah, Curtis definitely looking solid this year. Curtis definitely looking solid doing his job. Curtis stays pretty poised, through all this adversity. He did speak yesterday briefly, and he just was saying that, it's the NFL. You have you have situations where things don't work out. You're going to have these games, or, just be in these funks. But, the biggest thing is just to kind of, move forward and just focus on the next game. Luckily this week we got a bye, so they can kind of clear their head a little bit and hopefully come back with a clear mind. But in all reality, it's like, why are we at this point? We're sitting at the number 4 pick. There's no reason we need to be going out here trying to win these games. And 3 of the next 4 are, you got what? You got the Rams, you got Dallas, and you got 49ers.
And the Jets.
You got the Jets in there. That's the only possible winnable game. But I don't see a point in trying to, go out here and win these damn games. Like, we need the number 2 pick for real. Yeah,
we won game out of number 3.
Yeah,
the Cardinals won another game. We right there.
Yeah, so that's what should be our focus, in my opinion. And again, I'm not, like we said, it ain't, we ain't focused on this. We're not really screaming tank. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, you gotta be smart at this point. We're not the typical fans that's gonna be out here, man, tank.
Yeah,
that ain't exactly. What it's very difficult for us to bask in that. But at the end of the day, we don't need to be winning these games.
But at least make it competitive.
Yeah, make it competitive.
That's all I want to see. Competitive. I want to see us move the ball. I want to see us score some points and stop a couple people. Like the last 4 games, like we clearly we're not making it offs. So just put some good stuff on tape. That's all we asking for. Yeah. The coach is already going to be out of there. We know that. We know we get a new GM. We know we get a new front office, new scouting staff. We know all of that's coming. But
and offense coordinator new offense coordinator may be coming, because like we talked about yesterday. We talked about it last week actually, and I'm bringing it up again. Like, I haven't seen anything to convince me that EB should be the head coach. Maybe
let's get off the head coach. He should not be the head coach.
Maybe they keep him for the sake of
continuity purposes only.
Continuity purposes only. Man, EB is highly questionable. Like, dude, you can't call a complete game. You don't know situational football. Like, I don't know what's going on with EB. And off season, beginning of the season, EB. Now I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to defend the guy. Yeah. You and then again, you just look at matchups. Curtis Samuel is that guy on this team that can be so versatile. Line him up in the backfield, line him in the slot, line him on the outside, run him in motion. Like, we've had none of that really this year. You put him in the backfield yesterday, and he beats the linebacker up the sideline, almost scored. On a nice route up the sideline. Like, be creative, create the mismatch. Miami running all these misdirections, all these different dudes going in motion. That creates mixed matches. It keeps the defense on their toes. You can catch them slipping. But we just line up with it ain't no audibles at the line, no adjustments, and it's just the same shit. And it's just embarrassing. So I don't know what changes Ron was talking about, but I ain't see no change.
I did. I seen defensively. They was keeping everything in front of them. Like what I'm always harping on every week is like, why is there someone in the flat every time open? They was closing that distance much faster than they have. So I've seen some little small changes, simplified things in the coverage. But I mean, what did we expect? You know, it's the Dolphins, it's a track meet. He was going to turn up regardless. So like I don't even understand like why everybody's so in an uproar, everybody's so mad, so pissed off. What did y'all think was going to happen? Like, come on, we wasn't going to compete with them.
Yeah.
You know, defensively, we ain't who we thought they were defensively at all.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the secondary.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing.
We just gonna have to. They're gonna have to build it, rebuild.
They said all offseason we're trying to create more turnovers. We're drafting corners. We're trying to create turnovers. We're trying to, make this defense stout.
But you got to think
we're trying to help the D line.
The people that they thought was going to be on the defense ain't on the defense right now. Defoe, he's hurt. He's gone. He was going to be on the back end. Forbes is hurt. He's out. And early in the season, Forbes was definitely showing me what he was showing on tape. Now he may have been undisciplined or whatever when he went up against AJ Brown and all of that and got smoked and all that, lost his confidence. But the first part of the year, he was getting his hands on balls. He just wasn't coming down with them. He had to pick in Denver. So, I don't know. I'm not ready to say that EB ain't the answer. I think if he does stay one more year, I think that's good for Sam, if Sam's going to be the guy. But Sam has had a piss poor November. Yeah, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. But where are your passing touchdowns at? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and the interception was poor.
But like I said during the game, like, I don't necessarily put that on him. The DN made a hell of a play.
But no, you got to see that. You can't just in the NFL. You can't
like
just.
He was coming up the field and then he bailed off. The ball was already out at that point in time.
But like I told you, Sam went through his motion of just
and I'm not making
running the play.
For Sam.
Yeah, Sam went through the motions of just running the play. He didn't stop to look and see what the defense was doing at that point. He just hiked the ball and hurry up and tried to throw the screen or the hitch. But you know what I mean? The defense, like I told you, the defense probably knew what was coming because the tackle didn't even sell it. Wiley didn't even really open up and try to act like it was a pass. He like stepped once and went up and tried to, run out for the screen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's on Wiley and it's on Sam because at Sam, I've seen quarterbacks do that, see the defender and then throw the ball in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it many of times. So he didn't have to make that throw. He threw that ball not looking. And it turned out to be what it was. You know what I mean? So it's just Sam does have some responsibility with that, and he don't get a pass on that one.
He don't get a pass on it, but I mean it was a great play by the defender. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying give Sam a pass. He's looking terrible.
He did not stop and look. And we get back to this comment by Stay Sharp. He just said the Chief offense is also struggling. It seems like you have to be a magician at quarterback to make this offense work. I think the Chiefs offense is struggling because they don't have the same weapons as the receivers. Other than that, I think they're fine. The offensive line looks better than it did last year. I mean, Kelsey's still Kelsey. Pacheco is hooping. You know what I mean? They just ain't got the same receivers.
Pacheco is hit or miss. He's one of my running backs in fantasy, and sometimes he does nothing.
I watched him.
You can't say he hooping. Yesterday he got buckets, but the season, nah. It was better last year.
So I think their struggles is their receivers, and they can't catch. So that's the struggle there. But they got arguably the best quarterback in the league. They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, they definitely gonna figure it out down the stretch. They might be having a rough patch, but who don't? All these so-called high prolific offenses ain't all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. I'm frustrated. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. This is not what I had in mind for us this year. Just not what I had in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather it be now than the new regime come and then it be the same old shit. So Yeah, I mean, and then the whole holding on to Ron to the end of the season thing, it's like, I mean, I get it. We know he's not going to be here next year. So it's like, why are you keeping him this year? You know what I mean? Just let him go. Like, I don't know. Make whoever, Pritchard, the interim, if you don't want to make EB the interim. Like, because it seemed like they don't want to do that. Because that would have been the obvious move. We was calling that in the offseason.
Well, it was a tweet that came out today that said that the ownership may not want to make EB the interim coach because that kind of takes away from his day-to-day interactions with Sam. So there basically is like the rumblings. I don't know how correct this is. So I don't say you got to hear at Reading and Z, but it's looking like they want to go with Sam. But I haven't confirmed that. I can't confirm that.
Yeah, it's just abysmal, man. Abysmal. So what do you think we should do? I mean, we talked about head coaching candidates last week. We talked about a few guys. I said my favorite is Ben Johnson. And the reason why I say Ben Johnson, I love what the Lions are doing. I love that he's only 37 years old. I think that he could come in and be that energetic young guy that I feel like this team needs. And I feel like we haven't pursued. I mean, we try to go get the legends or the people with the history. I mean, you know what I mean? We try to do the Steve Spurrier thing because he was the college guy. We tried to do the Marty Schottenheimer thing. He actually was okay, but then they let him go after the year. You know what I mean? We came back. We tried to do. Was Marvin Lewis? No, did Marvin Lewis make head coach? Or that was he wasn't a head coach. He was just defense coordinator. But the Jim Jones, that was a reach. Jay Gruden, I think Gruden was similar, kind of like a similar situation where he was kind of like a younger guy. Kind of had an exciting offense. And I mean, hindsight looking back, Jay's offense was better than Ron's and better than who was before him. So Jay might have, Jay probably no, the Shanahan's. Let me take that back. The Shanahan's was nice. So yeah, I mean, and speaking of Jay made a comment on Ron. He was saying, Ron made a comment, a statement in 2019 saying that it would take him 3 to 5 years to change the culture. That the culture was that bad, basically. And Jay just said it's been 4 to 5 years now. I would think the culture would be the difference. Jay taking shots because it's like, you come and smack at me off of, replacing me, and then you come back, it's taking you, it's 4 or 5 years, and it's the same stuff. What was you going to do different? So, I mean, it's embarrassing. And definitely the only coach I respect the Shanahan's. Gibbs and the Shanahan's. Like, I don't think we appreciated the Shanahan's as much as we should have because they was geniuses. They came in and drafted up that offense for RG3. And he had a stellar year. He ended up getting hurt. RG3 walked in there and said, I want to change the whole offense. Snyder backed him, so they had to make adjustments. But, you know what I mean? They drafted Kurt. Them dudes were smart. I personally feel like, and they had a hell of a staff. They had the McVays. They had all them guys was under him. You know what I mean? So they know what they're doing. And you know what I mean? Look at the Shanahan tree now. Look at Mike McDaniel. He out there hooping. So I love the Shanahans. I think we messed up when we let them lead the building.
I know I just didn't hear what I thought I just heard.
What?
So you said that Kurt
they drafted Kurt.
Did I hear that correctly? That you said that Kurt was a good draft?
I said this on the
all the hate that you put on Kurt.
I said this early in the season, and Leighton is my wishes. Leighton is my witness. I told him, I said, as much as I don't like Kirk Cousins, if you look back, Kirk Cousins was the best quarterback we've had in the past few, It's already been 10 years because that 30. Was what 20. Yeah, Kirk Cousins was the best thing they could have did. Leighton was arguing that it was wrong. We had RG3. We didn't need another quarterback. Shanahan now knew that whatever type of offense they had to run with RG3, it was going to be risky. So they drafted Insurance. That Insurance turned out to be the best quarterback we had for the franchise. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like how Kurt handled it. And he was definitely missed the check down. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, looking back, those are some exciting years. We played some meaningful football in the late Novembers and Decembers We was in the playoffs, twice with them? Yeah, I think Gruden made the playoffs twice.
Yeah,
And
we got
and the Shanahans, of course, they made it. So like,
A-Rod.
yes, I mean, we definitely don't appreciate the Shanahans like we should have.
Yeah.
That's only my thing. And again, we didn't appreciate Kurt like we should have. But again, Kurt was Mr. Check down there. He definitely overrated, and we see it still in Minnesota. But he's the best of the shitty bunch that we've had.
We definitely should have paid Kurt. If they would have paid Kurt, I think our trajectory would not be where it is today.
Mm-hmm.
They should have paid Kurt.
That's true.
I think things was up. You know, yeah, it was still dysfunction and it was still crazy, but we was kind of like on the rise a little bit.
Yeah, we had Deshaun Jackson came here. We had Garcon at the time. Jordan Reed was in his prime. Alpha Morris was hooping. Then Jay came and kind of got rid of him. But Chris Thomas was hooping.
That was the only thing that I really respected from the Jay Gruden offense was the third down back, Chris Thompson. He was the only one that was really like turning up. That's when we had like Halou and all them dots.
Well, Halou was a little before that.
Oh, I think Halou was here with him because I remember him catching that pass out the
might have been his last year,
caught that touchdown.
Yeah, Halou was more so. Halou was a little bit before Shanahan, I think. I don't know.
Kurt is a stat pattern. Yes, correct. But
he still definitely is. He wanted to get paid.
But for real, if Alex Smith doesn't get hurt, we was on our way that year with Alex Smith. We was quietly 7-1.
Yeah, we
6-1 or something like that.
I think it was like 6-1.
Yeah, we was on. If he don't get hurt, we on our way. Yeah. I ain't saying we gonna win it or not, but
it wasn't exciting. But it definitely was. He was winning games. He was not an exciting guy.
What he's supposed to do. 6-2, correct?
Yeah, he was definitely doing this thing. Yeah, that was tough with Alex. Just been abysmal. You know what I mean? He just is.
This shit is gonna be crazy. The next well, not this week because we don't got to worry about no. At least we get a week off. We can just relax this week.
Yeah,
but I mean,
back and watch.
It don't get no easy. Like we know we want to lose, but then it still hurts you when we lose. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what did we really expect? Like, because I wasn't emotional or nothing during the game. I was good with everything.
Yeah.
The only thing that really pissed me off was why would you be in man coverage going against Tyreek Hill? Why would you be in man coverage in that? That's the only thing that really pissed me off.
Yeah.
The fucking offensive line is terrible.
Been terrible all season.
Like, they got a little bit better.
Yeah.
But they digressed back to being sorry as shit again.
It was somebody in the comments trying to vouch for Leno. Keep Leno, move him to right tackle, draft a left tackle. And I'm like, look, in any situation.
Let's talk about these pathetic ass fans that we have. And I'm tired of biting my tongue, holding my fucking mouth. Y'all are terrible as fucking fans. Y'all want to give everybody a fucking pass for everybody that's your friend or the person that you like. Call that shit down the middle. If they sorry, they fucking sorry. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, Leno.
All I said was Curry needs to be better. And then he goes out and he puts this on tape, 3 targets. Okay, yeah, they didn't target you. But clearly you weren't open because if you was open, they would have got you the ball. I mean, yeah, Jalen Ramsey probably strapped him. But I said a lot of times it's a scheme thing too because he definitely wasn't traveling with his ass. Because I seen him on the other who's the other corner on the other side? I forget his name.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah, Xavier Howard. He was on Howard sometimes too. So both of them strapped him. So what you can't say that it was just Jalen Ramsey was hooping on him. The crazy thing, like all the time, like and your man Rio just said it on his pod. I watched his pod before we got on. Was dying laughing. He was saying the same exact thing. Oh no, we we're too hard on EB. You're too hard on. Shut the fuck up. These dudes is trash.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, make it make sense. Like, yeah, we all got favorite players. I got favorite players. You got favorite players. But if they ain't doing it, they ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop giving them passes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Brian Robson ended up with a hamstring injury yesterday. He was actually running pretty solid.
He about the only thing that hit on my ticket on this team.
Yeah, Logan had no catches. The Army, like, I mean, yeah, I know you had to pause. I know you had to go down low to catch that, but you did not have to like muffle it and fall at the one. Like you couldn't even get in the end zone. The joint to Terry, the pass to Terry in the end zone. Similar situation like last week. I think the defender got more of his hand on Terry's hand this go around. I think Terry also put his hands up too early, letting the defender know that he was trying to get the ball. You know how like a lot of receivers, they just talk. I seen it last week. One of them receivers might have been AJ Brown or somebody. When the ball is in the actually it was DK. When the ball is in the air as a receiver, you don't have to throw your hands up and let the defender know you trying to get the ball that quickly. You know what I mean? You can wait till the last minute. And in that situation, because the defender didn't even see that DK was about to catch it. In Terry's situation, he threw his hands up pretty early. I felt like and ended up getting the ball knocked out his hand. But getting his hand knocked out the way and the ball, didn't even make it there.
Even the game last week, the highlight that was all over Twitter, it was all over the whole internet. Travis Kelce, he goes up the defenders all over him, late hands, and you like, how does he catch that?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing.
Yeah, Logan
He's
does have to go. Logan definitely has
Thomas
to go.
is gone anyway. We got like 15, 20 impending free agents.
Yeah, he definitely need to go. I put that in the comments the other day. People trying to keep Logan, and we don't need Bowers. Keep Logan and draft another guy, and so Logan could teach them. What Logan gonna teach anybody? He ain't too. I mean, he been here 4 years now. Cole Turner, Amani Rogers. These dudes ain't learning nothing from Logan. These dudes should be getting targets. They should be in the game, seeing what they got, so we'll know next year where they need to go in that.
The only
Why
one
are we wasting our time on Logan?
Right. I'm looking at this impending free agents. Curtis Samuel, Kendall Fuller, Jacoby Brissett, Cody Barton, Cornelius Lucas, Jeremy Reeves, F.A., David Bada, Khalid Hudson, Tyler Larson, David Mayo, Antonio Gibson, Joey Slide, Jamison Crowder, Byron Pringle, Shadiq Charles, Brandon Dillon, Cameron Curl, James Smith Williams, Casey Toohill, and Curtis Brooks. The only ones I say on this list that we probably should bring back is Curtis Samuel, Tyler Larson
for sure,
Cam Curl.
Okay, I'm gonna say Gibby,
maybe Jamison.
I don't think they'd be last minute before they bring Jamison back. Yeah. I would say Gibby though. I would definitely say Gibby because again, like, get this man a chance. He's not getting a chance.
Smoking on that za.
Give my man a chance.
That's what I'm saying. That's his man. He went to vouch for his man. Did I say that a few weeks ago? And Gibby. I know you heard me say that a few weeks ago. And he vouches for his men.
Like you said, Gibby needs to come back. Why not bring back? Why not bring back Gibby? Why not? Him. You like Rodriguez?
Yes, over Gibby. Fuck. He ran way harder than him. Fuck is you talking about? Maybe not catching the ball out of the backfield.
Stop it.
But as far as a pure runner, yes, Rodriguez is a better runner. And you can't tell me that you ain't seen that on tape. Who ain't seen that?
You said you want breakaway talent. Rodriguez ain't got it.
But you talking about Gibby.
He got breakaway talent. I'm gonna stand on that.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, he ain't got
That's
the
what
ball.
This league is about, right? Nigga, hold on. Let me find this tweet. He was in a game for 40-something plays this week.
Mm-hmm. How many touches or targets did he get? He ran the ball probably 5 times yesterday.
He had
how many rushes he had? I might get there before you.
That's the thing.
He had 10 carries. Oh, I stand corrected. Maybe that was garbage time carries. But he had 10 carries, 35 yards. He had 4 catches yesterday, 37 yards. He had a long catch for 32.
Brian Robinson is doing that. What are you talking about? He's supposed to be
need another back.
back.
I'm not saying that he needs to be our number one guy. I'm saying you keep him in the mix.
You don't. You go get somebody in the draft.
We done that the last few years, and all of them gone. All of them.
Well, I'm not paying him. That's one less person that we got to pay.
A running back almost every year.
Well, hey, that's the nature of the beast. That's what it goes. He's done.
What's the dude Bryce that was injury prone? Bryce, what was it? Bryce Hall? No, that wasn't Bryce Hall. What was his name?
Oh, Bryce Hall for the Jets?
No, not Bryce Young. No. What's the dude Bryce that we had? He was a running back.
I can't confirm no Bryce.
He supposed to been like that in college, and he ended up being injury prone.
They all supposed to be like that in college and get down some be trash.
That was his name, Bryce Love. It was another guy. We drafted after that. We just had a rookie on the squad last year before we get Rodriguez. He ain't here no more. Patterson. What happened to Patterson? We get running backs every 1 to 2 years. They don't do nothing.
So you gonna bring up Chase, man?
Keep Gibby. What are we getting rid of Gibby for?
He'll bring up Chase.
Bryce Love was from Stanford.
Slow.
These dudes out of
here. Gibby is done. Like, let him go.
Rodriguez is another Patterson.
He's better than Patterson. Definitely better than Patterson. He wants way better than Patterson.
He gets
Patterson was supposed to be the man coming out of Buffalo.
How do you know he run better than Patterson? He gets 2 carries a game.
From what I seen.
Stop it. Stop it. 2 carries.
But in them 2 carries, he moving the pile.
He fumbled one of them against the Eagles.
Right,
or was that the Giants?
He fumbled. He did.
Yeah.
But say Slim don't say he don't run harder than your man. On my mother, he do.
Man, I'm just sick of it. Like all right. So how do y'all feel about this? Mock drafts are coming out with the first pick. Washington should take Marvin Harrison Jr. Do we take Harrison Jr. or do we get an offensive tackle with the first pick? Because me personally,
I feel like we should trade back.
I say if Harrison is there, you take Harrison. If he's not there, you trade back and you compile the picks. You draft a lineman later on. Reedy's pretty high.
You could take the tackle out of Penn State.
I'm about to say Reedy's pretty high on the guy, the tackle from Penn State. I seen Rio post him earlier. I got to do my research on him. When it comes to this college stuff, that's Reedy's department with the draft combine. I kind of catch on late, but I'm saying, okay, go Harrison. You go game changer in that position. And then you spend the 2 second rounds on linemen. I don't think there's a lineman in the draft, and he's saying the offensive tackle from Penn State. I don't think he's worth the 4th pick. So if you really not going to get the playmaker, then you trade back. You said we don't need Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'm just saying he's a playmaker. We just talked about who we might lose. You got Terry. Curtis may be gone. Maybe if he don't take a pay cut. Diami is good as gone. You got Dotson. It's only Terry and Dotson. Whatever receivers we got. So how we don't need them? Tell me.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I be following you on a lot of stuff, but make that make sense.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we need him? He's a generational talent. Why wouldn't we need him? Terry clearly, and don't get me wrong, Terry, that's my man, but he's not showing the ability to be a number 1.
He's not.
He's a number 2 right now. Maybe a number 3. When Dotson be hooping, he be looking more better than Terry be looking. So
you gotta think Samuel really might be gone. Samuel, what's Samuel cap hit right now? Like 10, 12 million or something in that range. I mean, if he don't take a pay cut, he's gone. Then you got nobody.
His average salary right now is 11.5.
Yeah, okay. So about 12. Because Dax Milne we ain't waiting on him.
Dax Milne's an injury. He's going to be a casualty. He's out of there.
Cam Sims is not coming back in the building. So what we gonna do? The same reason the Eagles want him. Because he's relevant. In a way, you can't tell me Cam Sims wasn't beating out Diami in practice.
Cam Sims is relevant?
He should be. Yes, he should be.
Reach.
Relevant. Why not?
That
I
is
didn't
a
say he was
reach.
elite. I said he's relevant.
He's not relevant. He's a body. That's it.
You was
He's a
vouching for him when he was on the team. You were saying he should get the ball more because when he does get in there, we throw him the ball, he make plays.
But
that's relevant.
Then he was getting in there more and he wasn't doing nothing with it. So I can't confirm him. He's back on my shit list.
Heineke only threw the ball to Terry McLaurin. Only. Yeah. Only. I'm sure Terry misses Heineke. Man. They asked Terry where he want to go. I'm sure he's gonna say Atlanta. That's real.
Might as well.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like I mean, what you got to say about John Allen though? You ain't heard you say nothing.
Get him out of there.
Oh, now
I don't
get
care.
him out of there.
Get him out of there. Like, who the fuck is he?
I said trade him in the offseason.
But so this is my thing. Don't get it fucked up. Everybody want to be critical of defensive tackles. If you know football, defensive tackles ain't to make plays. They're there to take on the double teams. They're there to clog up the gaps and the holes so the linebackers can flow freely and make plays. So everybody want to talk about, Jonathan Allen, he ain't been playing this, he ain't been doing that. Oh, Payne numbers down. Payne numbers is kind of comparable. The only numbers ain't there is the sacks. But Payne, he makes plays in the run game. Both of them make plays in the run game. If you really look at the tape, they're doing their job. Now, they may not be making these splash plays or getting to the quarterback, but as far as what a defensive tackle is designed to do, they're doing that. All of them, Ridgeway, Payne, Allen, Mathis, all of them are doing what they're supposed to be doing at the defensive tackle position.
We'll see. I mean,
ain't nothing to see. We already seen it. But if you don't want to be here, then get him out of there. We can definitely with that money we gonna save from him. We could definitely do some more with it.
Yeah, trade him.
Somebody else in.
Get him out of here.
You've been on this trade him train.
I told Reedy when Payne stole John Allen on the sideline, that's when I told Reedy we should trade John Allen. I said, because if you're forced to choose, you better trade John Allen. John Allen.
Yeah, he did say that.
He's a crybaby, dog. Like, I mean, he just be whining, bro. He's a typical captain guy. You know what I mean? He's a guy gonna play it cool with the coaches, but he's just been whining all year. And I get it, you frustrated, but he remind me of, and this is my man 1,000 grand, but you know who he remind me of when we was on Baloo? Al. Just that guy that just gonna complain and whine like, dog, shut up and play football. And when Al shut up and play football, when Coach DJ put the pads on and when Smack at Al came out the next game and Al was a beast. Al got a college scholarship out of that. Them next 2 games. But before that, he was just whining. I'm like, dog, shut up, play football.
Let's tell the truth. He started playing when J Rock said he was gonna get Wayne to fire. He's gonna go up the alley and get Wayne to fire him. That's when he started playing good.
J Rock did.
Listen me with it. J Rock said, I'm about to go up the alley and tell Wayne to come. He gonna get the fire.
Yeah, he did.
That's what he told him.
He did say that, but the practice before that HD game is when DJ put the pads on and was crushing. And then he came out the next game and had 2 touchdowns. I lie to you not. An interception and a fumble recovery. So, yeah, I mean, John Allen just be whining, bro. It's just like, stop it, bro. Like, if you're a leader, man, just lead, rally these guys up. I don't think they like him. He don't seem like he mix and mesh well with the rest of the team.
We should have got what's the linebacker? JSO, whatever, the African dude from the bed. He played for the Browns. Jeremiah Osu Kurwala or something like that, I think is his name. We should have drafted him. When I said drafted him, we went to go get Jamin Davis. Oh, we could have even went up and got 11 from the Cowboys. Could have got him. They didn't because Ron didn't. I don't want to break the bank. I don't want to, what do you say, mortgage the future? What if you ain't mortgage the future and you still about to be out of there? So you probably should have mortgaged the future. Well, Ron thought he was going to have 10 years here to turn it around.
Oh, man. Oh, Ron.
Fuck Ron.
Yeah. I'm glad you finally off that boat. Off that river boat.
All of them. John Allen, all of them.
Yeah.
Especially AG. AG got to go.
You keep saying AG.
I'm standing on that. I've been standing on all year. He got to go. I'm tired of you keep vouching for this man like he that. Yeah, he break that one screen against Buffalo, and Zeke keep bringing that up.
I would say Marvin Harris. Today, I say Marvin Harris Jr. And if it's not him, you trade back.
I
don't think you draft. Like Reedy vouches for. I mean, we drafted Scherf at 5. Scherf was a reach at 5. Yeah, he ended up panning out, but he was a reach at 5. Jay Gruden was blown that they drafted him because he was supposed to be a tackle. That's the only reason they drafted him that high, but they realized he couldn't play tackle. Made him play guard.
No, they didn't realize he could play. He was already coming in as a guard.
Well, no, I'm saying they wanted him to be a tackle.
You just made that up, bro. You never heard that.
Go back to the story. I swear.
I swear to God on my mother, I never heard that story. He always was a guard.
I swear to God.
He was a tackle at Iowa.
He was a guard. That's what I'm saying. No, when they drafted him, they wanted him to be a tackle. They wanted him to be the tackle. That's why they drafted him to high. They switched him to guard because he couldn't play tackle. Go do your research. The same thing they just did with Cosme.
He gets drafted. Mel Kiper said guard.
Let's go back.
Todd McShay said guard. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
We're gonna look into it. I remember the
story. Welling, bro. You Welling. I don't want it.
He was on his Sam Cosme.
You Welling.
Go ahead.
Sam Cosme.
Yeah, similar situation.
No, I'm not. I don't know too much. I know that the tackle from Penn State, he's cool. I know that the Joe Alt kid from Notre Dame is pretty good, but I don't know if we take them that high. I don't know. I feel like maybe if we can trade back to like 7, 8, and maybe get some more picks, then you may take one of them or something like that. I don't know if you take them at 4, but for real, I ain't gonna hold you. We probably can get down to the 3 pick, to be honest. Because if the Connors win the next game, we got the same record. So, well, tiebreakers because we beat them, but we probably gonna lose out. So, who knows? We may could get down to number 3. I don't got us getting up there to the Patriots. I don't got them winning, but we'll see.
Yeah. Any whatever candidates
round picks are going to be pivotal for us, depending on what we do in the first round. If we go Marvin Harrison Jr. first round, we definitely got to go back-to-back O-line in the second.
Sure. I would definitely do that. Who you want to coach them, though? I mean, other than Harbaugh, I mean, we know Harbaugh is your number one choice. Realistically. Because Harbaugh might not leave.
I'm torn. Me personally, I'm torn. I'm torn on who I want to be the coach. Like, I hear the Ben Johnsons, the
Brian Johnson,
the
Slowick name,
and all these other people.
The dude from now, they talking about the dude from Miami.
I can't confirm if they can coach or not, though. Just because you're a good coordinator, that don't mean you're gonna be a good head coach. You know? And the only reason why I was really pitching the whole Harbaugh idea was because exactly that's a fact. That is a fact. A fact. I've been said that. Best GM we had since Charlie Castle. But the only reason why I was pitching Harbaugh is because I feel like it's a West Coast offense. If we keep an EB. West Coast offense it may be some philosophy differences or whatever, but you're still on the same page. I feel like Harbaugh's a disciplinarian. I feel like he could bring in a good defensive coordinator to run the defense. I just feel like Harbaugh's an overall good coach.
We'll see. I mean, I don't think he's a bad coach. I think if you don't go young, then that would definitely probably be my number one guy. Because I don't want Belichick. I don't want
no circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't really nobody else really outside of.
And who's the on-fire defensive coordinator this shit? Because I ain't really hearing too many names about defensive coordinators.
Well, I saw something that said Dallas, if they don't make a deep run in the playoffs, then they're going to promote Quinn and fire McCarthy. Would you take McCarthy?
For what?
Would you want McCarthy as your head coach?
Hell no. Hell no. I'll take Dan Quinn. I wouldn't take McCarthy.
They talking about Dan Quinn could be Rex Ryan as DC, and
Sexy Rexy ain't coming back.
not at all.
He ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Had to be no defensive coordinator. He gonna be a head coach.
What's McCarthy record right now? 9-3. They 9-3, 10-3.
They ain't 10-0.
What 9-3? Why y'all don't like McCarthy?
He was better in Green Bay than me.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he win a Super Bowl in Green Bay?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I mean, he got Dallas playing top. He calling the offense now. That offense look like that. I'm just asking. I'm not saying I want him as my head coach.
Offense don't look like that. It's cool.
Why? So hold on. This is my thing.
Stop what you doing.
This is my thing. Over the last few weeks, I have been able to put my fandom aside and strictly tell the truth. These guys are putting up numbers. How is that offense not like that? They dogging people.
Slow.
Period.
Look at their strength of schedule. Now we're gonna go to the college tip. Strength of schedule is who are they playing?
We got the
who
same.
Are they playing? We don't have the same schedule. Our schedule was harder than theirs. Look it up.
We're pretty much playing the same people, Reedy. They might have one or two more games different than us. It's pretty much the same schedule. They got the Dolphins in them just like we had them. 49ers in them, I think they play them just like we got them. 49ers, Rams, who the other two NFC teams in that division? Like, come on, Reedy. But I was trying to say, they having a hard time. Yeah, it's right here. We had the third hardest strength of schedule. They had like the sixth. That ain't too far off.
What does it say?
Seahawks and Cardinals. They playing the same people we played. But I was just saying last week, the Eagles are a great team, great organization. The whole text thread. Wipe your mouth, Z. Oh, you eating them up real good, Z. Oh, shut your hands up, Z. Like, damn, I can't tell the truth. Yeah, they in our division, but dog, that's a great organization. If we want to model ourselves out of our organization, why not model them after Philly? They doing everything right.
Fuck them.
They had a rebuild. They traded Carson Wentz, had a rebuild in like a year and a half.
Yeah, they making some. They doing
some everything right. They still got draft picks.
They making some good moves.
But yeah, I don't like these guys, but I'm telling the truth. Like, their organization is nice. They have a great organization, top to bottom. And I can't say that we want to model ourselves out of that just because they're in our division. Y'all hating.
I ain't hating. You said that the Cowboys offense
is like that.
Like that?
Like that. They hooping. They hooping.
That's a reach to me.
How much points they putting up? What are you talking about? That is hating. I can't believe it.
I call a spade a spade.
Damn, you the main one. I told you in the thread, call it a spade. That's your favorite term.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna say that they like that because they're not.
You're not saying they like that because you don't want to. Because it's the Cowboys.
And I never would. Even if you put a gun in my head, you better blow my brains out. I'm never gonna say they nothing.
That's
like that. Saying. Crazy as hell. They ain't like that. They all right.
Say that.
They cool. That, I'm giving them their flowers. They cool. Howie Roseman is a good GM. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But the way you was carrying on last week.
All I said was they were a great team. They find ways to win the game. Yeah, they just got routed to the 49ers. It's the 49ers. They are a great team.
They're a great team that we should have beat twice. And that's
yeah, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have, but they found ways to beat our side ass.
Yeah. Shit, the billionaire boys could have beat us.
Go ahead. They put up 37 against the Eagles. Cowboys. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go.
What are you going
what
to?
Happened? What happened?
You
I'm looking at.
Make a point?
Nah, you said their offense ain't like that. I'm telling you.
Where do they rank in terms of offense?
I'm looking at the scores right now. Hold on.
He always looking at something, y'all. He's looking at something.
Go ahead.
Saying nothing.
Go ahead.
Good point, John.
Let's see here. All right, that was preseason. 40 against the Giants, 30 against the Jets, 28. No, they lost to the Cardinals. 38 against the Patriots. They lost to the 49ers. They put up 20 against the Chargers, 43 against the Rams. They put up 23 on the Eagles, 49 on the Giants. They put up 33 on the Panthers, 45 on the Commanders, 41 on the Seahawks. How they not hooping?
All of those points you got to take in consideration. Bland, he done ran back 6 picks, 5-6 picks, defensive touchdowns, short fields, all of that. The score doesn't encapsulate their season as an offense. Miss me with it. They cool. They not like that.
They're the 5th ranked offense in the league. They averaged 380 yards a game.
Shit, we averaged 330. It was sad.
336 to be exact for us.
We averaged 336 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the 5th ranked offense, Reedy.
What we like 19th? 20th?
We are. We up there's somewhere in there. I need to go to NFL. If Santa Cruz put up 40 on the Eagles, what do y'all think they're going to do to us? We gave up 45 to Miami. We might give up 50. I say 60, and Chase going to have 5 sacks.
I can see that happening.
They're going to put Chase on Wiley, then they're going to put him on Leno, then they're going to put him back on Wiley, back on Leno. He's going to get 6 straight sacks. It'll be some shit. Straight like that. Trash,
what date are we waiting for? January 8th? What they call it? Black Monday?
Good.
That's what we waiting for.
Try to get him out of here. CD Lamb is like that. Yes, he is.
I really want to see, because we so funny as Commander fans. I want to see who we go out and get. Because they're going to be like, what? We said, watch. I know that for a fact. They're gonna go out and sign Lovie Smith to be the defensive coordinator. They might bring
what Van Joseph at?
Shit. You know who I ain't say we should try to bring out of retirement?
Out of retirement.
Yeah, I've been on this train for a few years now.
Out of retirement?
Yeah, we need to bring him out of retirement. Bill Cowher.
Well, I mean, Bill Cowher is 167 years old now. So I don't know what
Dick Vermeil did when he was 166 years old.
But when we wanted Bill Cowher said he would never work for Dan Snyder. Now that Dan Snyder's gone, I don't know, but I don't know. Bill Cowher is old, bro.
But he may be old, but he know how to structure. And I'm hearing.
You don't know what he know how to do. He ain't coached in 15 years.
Dick Vermeil took like 10 or 12 off. He came back. The Rams won a Super Bowl. Greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs you don't remember that?
Joe Gibbs took all them years off and came back, and we missed the playoffs. Missed the playoffs one of them years. Sean Taylor year.
Yeah,
well, actually, we made the playoffs that year.
Mike Allstott was running everything smack man over. That's why.
Allstott was a beast.
I'll never forget that game. He was making them look like little boys out there.
Yeah.
They shout that I'm tired of the structure of bringing some crazy motherfuckers who want to win.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I definitely make Greg Williams my defense coordinator. The quickness.
Yeah, with the quickness. And I give him incentive on Bounty Gate. That's a fact. Because they was out there hooping.
Yeah.
Greg Williams, like Fred Smoot say this all the time. Like, it wasn't too much you had to do on the back end. You already knew. Get to your drop, and everybody else was coming. If they ain't get there, by the time they get there, you good.
Mm-hmm. That's real. That's real. So we got the bye week. So it ain't nothing to preview. Just hopefully I mean, at this point, I would play all the youngins, see what they got, and see what you got for the future.
Nothing.
Keep it moving.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, just keep it moving, and then evaluate from there, and that's all you can do. I mean,
but are we ready to swallow the tough pill? We might got a new regime coming in, but it may take 3 years for us to really get somewhere.
That's true.
Y'all ready for that? Because y'all thinking everybody, it's going to be a new coach. It's a new day in Washington. It's going to be a new GM. It's going to be a new scouting staff. Like, they're just going to turn it over like that. It don't work that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And the Eagles, we talk about the Eagles having a blueprint and all them damn first round picks.
They traded their assets. They traded their assets. They got rid of guys.
To trade.
I mean, somebody
want John Allen, but they talking about a first round. They're not gonna give up no first round for John Allen.
Why not?
Who giving up a first round for John Allen?
We just got a second for Sweat. We can get a first for John Allen.
We probably get a first for Payne. I don't know about John Allen.
We can get a first for John Allen. We just got a second for Sweat. I don't see why not. I'd take a first and a fifth. If they don't want to give up a fifth, I'd take a seventh, but they're going to have to call me twice. Pay his ass. I'm tired of him. But yeah.
That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else.
That's all I got too, man. That's all I got. I mean, we got a week off to see, but we definitely going to try to make sure y'all stay tuned. We plan on jumping on the pod. A few pods with some other podcasters and talk about this team in the future. As always, we definitely appreciate y'all for chiming in with us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, engage with us. We're going to engage back. It's always love over here in Reedy and Z. Until next time.
Hey, Turk, it's your birthday.